Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot, and tonight we're going to have a look at the brand new patch 1.4 for Jurassic World Evolution. Just got added a few hours ago, and it's updated an absolute ton of stuff. I'm going to link the official patch notes down below, you can check those out for yourselves. A lot of it is quality of life and bug fixes, but there is some cool new stuff in there as well. Now I'm going to have videos on the dinosaur size changes and on challenge mode specifically up in the next few hours, but we're going to take a brief little look at challenge mode to see here. So this doesn't change. So the idea with challenge mode is you start a new park on Isla Nublar and you've got to get yourselves up to 5 stars in a certain amount of time by hitting a par time. And so let's have a look at the difficulty settings and what they all are. I thought this picture would change, the little Rex with the rain. I'm a little surprised it doesn't. And there are 2 new skins unlocked. We get 5 stars in any difficulty, gets us a Deinonychus jungle pattern, which I'm super excited about, and Indominus Rex coastal pattern at 5 stars in Jurassic difficulty, which is the hardest one. So easy. We get 6 million. Let's just compare starting cash first of all. So 6 million, 4.5 million, 3.75 million, and 3 million. So of course that's different. Dinosaur requirements, as in the number of dinosaurs and variety of dinosaurs you acquire to get your 5-star park, is small, standard, large, and colossal. Calamity frequency, that would be power outages, well I guess tornadoes. There's only tornadoes really, but maybe that includes sabotages as well. So power outages, stuff like that. Rare, occasional, common, and persistent. And Hammond Foundation Fee. Now Hammond Foundation Fee is a new mechanic introduced with challenge mode, where basically the more money you earn, the more money they take away from you. It's a way to balance out the excessive income that people tend to generate in Jurassic World Evolution. And we have cheap, fair, expensive, and extortionate. Then we have a par time. I don't have any completion time, so this is the last one. Par time is the time you have to hit to get that 5-star marker. So to get par time in challenge mode and easy difficulty, you need to do it in under 3 hours. It kind of looks like 3 minutes there for some reason to me, but it's 3 hours obviously. I believe you can just keep going past that point. You're basically just trying to record your own time, so you could hop into easy, get your 5-star difficulty nice and quickly, and you'll be pretty good. So it's 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. So this is clearly a big old jump between these two. And then 12 hours for Jurassic difficulty. That's definitely going to be a hell of a challenge. I think when we start it tonight, we're going to knock out an easy one first, and then we may move on to Jurassic. Maybe we'll go medium to Jurassic, something like that. I'll have to have a little think about that. Now, we are gonna we're gonna load. I have many. Oh, this is changing. Oh, look, he's got a little challenge mode tab now. Very cool. We're gonna load in one of our older parks. We're gonna load in the Botanical Garden Park, which is probably my favorite, and we're gonna test out some of the new features. So I'm going to try to avoid looking at the dinosaurs. I might have a little glimpse at one of them. I do want to do a dinosaur size video in a little bit. But I want to test out the new cameras, I want to test out the weather systems and all that kind of stuff as well. I also want my chair to stop squeaking behind me. Okie dokie, here we are. No, it... now. Oh. What are you doing? Okay. This isn't a... Oh, it is a campaign, right, yeah. So, basically, when you get to 5 stars on an island now, you can now change the time of day. That's definitely something very cool. We'll have to check that out as well. We'll hop onto one of the other islands and swap it around. So, first things first, we have a bunch of new sandbox settings. Absolutely tons of them. So, we want to turn infinite feeders on and unlimited power on, because that's just an awesome change, it really is. We can change how much money we have, and the times of day is still the same, right? Yeah. And this is all just difficulty stuff for getting your park to 5 stars. If we set these all to easy, maybe we'll get our 5 stars instantly, basically. We're at 2.5 at the moment. It's not very well. It's like a beautiful park, but it's not good for humans, shall we say. So let's just find... I only want to show you one of the new dinosaurs. And that's if I even have any in this park, which I may not in retrospect. Oh, Spinosaurus. There we go. Now the Spinosaurus should be slightly bigger than it was last time. It's kind of hard to tell without a comparison. I'd say it looks a little bit bigger, but the Spinosaurus was definitely one of the least affected of the changed dinosaurs. I'll have a video a little bit later where we look at the Giga, the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus, and the Ceratosaurus. So, let's test out these new cameras. This is definitely something I was excited about. We have one for the viewing gallery, so you click it, and then you click Show View, and there we go. Very cool. Kind of what you'd expect, really. You can zoom in really far as well, which is pretty handy. Unfortunately, all my dinosaurs... Oh, there we go. We've got a little sticky Moloch at the bottom. The camera feels... It moves around really slowly for some reason, but... Oh my god, it moves so slowly. There we go. It's just a nice way to experience what your guests would experience. You know, get that proper guest view of your park. We can also check in the towers. So, do I have any Deinonychus up there? Let's see if we can see from here. Oh, it doesn't work. I did have... there's a little Deinonychus eating area here, and the idea was that tower overlooked it. Let's try out one of the other towers instead. How about... let me go over here. No, we don't have any other towers over there. Let's grab this one right here. Very cool. Once again, all my dinosaurs. You can see a little Struthiomimus there in this distance. It's a pretty cool view, right? It's not a big deal, but it's one of those little things that just makes the game a little bit more interesting. Now, you can also do that with hotels, and unfortunately, I don't believe I have any on this map. But what you can also do it with is the monorail, which has also decided that right now I don't have a single monorail around, do I? No, not a single bloody one. So, while we wait for that, I want to test out this. No. Oh yeah. We're going to have a look at the weather. Now you can go rain, storms, heavy storms. So we want to go for rain only. Let's just see if it spawns immediately. That's what I'm hoping for. This has never worked for me in this game. It's something about this age of your save file or something. But basically the weather settings on Isla Nublar haven't worked for a very long time. And they're currently still not working. Is this open? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Not even... oh, it's there. Right, sweet. Right, go. Very cool. Oh, I like this a lot, actually. Look at this. How cool is this? I really like that. This is definitely my favourite of all of them so far. The hotel view is pretty cool as well. You see it from like a balcony. In terms of like just an unobstructed view of your dinosaurs, they're not always the best option, but it's about experiencing your park as a guest would, you know? And I really like that. I wish the camera moved a little quicker when you're zoomed in, I've got to say. And in general, I have to move my mouse a lot. But, yeah, very, very cool. I really like this. Oh, we could build like a roller coaster. We could build a roller coaster. That's going to be a future park for sure. I am curious what happens when we go through here. Is it just going to be a dark tunnel? What's going to go on? Chuka. Oh, no, I'm in the wall. I'm inside it. Never mind. You could build an entire park though where you just go along the monorail and you look in all the different exhibits and stuff. That is a very cool idea. The rain is still not working, however. Now, maybe it's because this was made before the changes. This save file, you know, this park is older. Maybe it's only going to count for new parks or something like that. But, or maybe I just have to wait a little bit longer. But I'd expect it to have hit by now. Maybe I've just been unlucky. Tell you what, I'll wait a few minutes. We'll see if it pops up. Alright, it's been a little while and it hasn't worked. I'm not sure what the problem is. Everything else is working absolutely perfectly, so I don't really know what that's all about, but we are going to move on. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the right button for once, and we're going to hop over to my Isla Penna, because this is the island I think that is most associated with its time of day. You know, Isla Penna is it's the only nighttime island in the game. It's dark and spooky and very, very sort of aggressive in design. So I think changing it into daytime and dusk is going to be fairly interesting to see. There's not that much else I want to show you guys in this video. I think in terms of visual changes, of course, the dinosaur changes and the size changes and challenge mode are the two big changes, and we'll have videos on those a little bit later. Shut up. So, my Isla Penna. Now, it's 4.5 stars, but I did already unlock... Now, where is it? Let's find it. No. Aha! Data. That's okay. Interesting. There it is. It looks entirely different. It's very weird, isn't it? I don't know. It doesn't work for me for some reason. I'm not that big a fan. Am I going crazy? It's kind of bizarre though, isn't it? I feel like because it's nighttime and you barely see it, I feel like there's a lack of texturing or trees, or maybe it's the lack of trees. You know, on a lot of the islands there's a lot of trees around the outskirts, and you don't really see these somewhat poorly textured rocks and stuff around the outside, right? And now that this is daytime, you kind of see it all. Very bizarre though. So like I said, you got to get to I like how it changes instantly. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Very weird. Right, let's go try out one more. Oh, also, what we can do is try out a hotel whilst we're here as well. If we nip down here, click on hotel, and show you, look at this. Unfortunately, you only get one side of it, and I guess you'd have to plan around that. I guess this is the front, but it's pretty cool. It moves way too slow. I am moving my mouse like 50 times, and I've got quite a high DPI on my mouse, so that really needs speeding up. I don't know why this is so obnoxiously slow. Okay, so it's not the front, it's the right-hand side. So when you're placing your hotels, keep that in mind. You want that right-hand side to be facing towards your dinosaurs. They also have, I believe, if we go into this and this, you can see now hotels also have a view radius around them, which of course makes sense if you're going to be looking at dinosaurs. So let's go try out one more. Go back to Tyrannosaurus and put it into nighttime. This was the first island, your bright, shiny island, how we all joined the game in the first place. Let's see what it looks like at nighttime. I think sauna as well could look pretty cool at night. I don't know, it's a good change. I think there's a lot of people out there who may set all the islands to daytime when they're playing on them in the future. I may be one of them, frankly, but we'll have to see. Is there anything else cool in this patch? There's loads of bug changes, absolutely bloody tons of them. But I've told you about a lot of them already in the past. So, there is our Tyrannosaurus. Let's take a quick little look at this. I really do like that viewpoint. It's quite an artistic shot in a way. Very cool, very cool. God damn, this is slow. Why is this so slow? Okay, and let's... Oh, I want to take a little look through that as well. Look at that. Zoom, 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 zoom. It's going to be just a little easier to just sit and watch the dinosaurs. Oh, another cool change is, you know when dinosaurs fight, right? And they have their little fight, and it's not a lethal fight. They both get to low health and then they back away, and they kind of tend to sort of go inside each other at the end. It looks a little bit weird. From now on, what they're going to do instead is one of the dinosaurs that emerges victorious is going to taunt the other one, which I think is pretty cool, and the other one's going to back away. Right, let's set this to nighttime. That's pretty cool. I can see playing this for sure. Faux show. It does look great with the lights. You never really get to enjoy it on pen, but this is pretty sweet. God, my Tyrannosaurus is a mess though. There's Clive. Clive's been around for a long old time, haven't you, buddy? You really have. Okay, folks, that is a quick little glimpse of patch 1.4. We'll do many videos on this over the coming days. We're going to do a long look at challenge mode in particular, so stick around for that, and I'll see you lovely folks in that next episode. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye. Quick little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. Every little really helps. Cheers.